On January 9, 2026, Kendall Jenner went on the In Your Dreams podcast and directly addressed one of the longest-running rumors about her life, one that's been circulating online for over 8 years. For nearly a decade, a significant portion of the internet has speculated about her sexuality, but what Kendall revealed in this interview might surprise you. This is the story of how an internet rumor started, why it persisted for so long, and what Kendall finally said about it. Let's start with the basics. If you're not deeply embedded in celebrity gossip communities, you might not even know this rumor exists, but on Reddit, Twitter, TikTok, and other social media platforms, there's been a persistent subset of the internet convinced that Kendall Jenner is secretly a lesbian or bisexual. This isn't a recent theory. It's been building for years, at least since 2018 when she first publicly addressed it in a Vogue interview. But the speculation didn't stop there. It only seemed to grow. What makes this different from typical celebrity gossip is that the rumor isn't rooted in a leaked tape, a paparazzi photo, or an affair exposed by a tabloid. Instead, it's built on observation, pattern recognition, and a lot of speculation about her personal choices, the way she dresses, who she's friends with, and most significantly, how she handles her dating life. To understand why this rumor started, you need to understand something fundamental about Kendall's family. The Kardashian-Jenner sisters are famous for sharing their lives publicly. Kim shares her relationships. Larray openly discusses her dating struggles. Kylie frequently posts couple photos with her partners. It's what they do. They build their brands partly on their visibility. But Kendall did the opposite. She became exceptionally private about her dating life, especially compared to her sisters. In a 2019 Vogue Australia interview, Kendall explained her philosophy directly. For me, a lot of things are very special and very sacred, like my friends and relationships. I personally think that bringing things into the public makes everything so much messier. So while her sisters were posting Instagram stories with their boyfriends, Kendall was deliberately keeping her romantic relationships off social media. She admitted in 2018 that I would always go that extra mile to be low-key with guys, sneaking around all the time. That stark contrast, her secrecy versus their transparency, became the first major fuel for the rumors. When someone is that private about their dating life, the internet tends to speculate about why. But the privacy alone wasn't enough to create this persistent rumor. People pointed to other things as well. Kendall's personal style became a topic of discussion. She's known for preferring sneakers, jeans, and hoodies over the glamorous, traditionally feminine aesthetic her sisters present. She collects vintage cars. She has what she describes as male energy. In that 2018 Vogue interview, she addressed this directly. I know I have kind of a male energy, but I don't want to say that wrong because I'm not transgender or anything, but I have a tough energy. I move differently. To some observers online, these lifestyle choices signaled something about her sexuality. But what's important to note is that these observations reveal more about societal stereotypes than they do about Kendall. The assumption that a woman who wears sneakers, has close female friendships, or doesn't perform femininity in a traditional way must be gay. That's not about Kendall. That's about the limitations of how we categorize people. The most significant fuel for the rumor, though, came from Kendall's friendship with supermodel Cara Delevingne. The two met through the modeling industry around 2014 and became extremely close. They created matching merchandise with Car Key, a mashup of their first names. They were frequently photographed together being physically affectionate, which is normal for close friends, but became material for speculation online. In 2015, media outlets reported that Cara was becoming jealous and possessive of Kendall, further fueling theories online. Then, around 2016, the two had a falling out. Their friendship dissolved and they weren't seen together for years. For people speculating online, this narrative fit a story. Two close friends who had a romantic falling out. The fact that they drifted apart only deepened the speculation. It's worth noting that Kendall and Cara have recently been spotted together again at Paris Fashion Week in October 2025, appearing friendly, which suggests their relationship may have simply been a case of two extremely busy supermodels growing apart, a completely normal occurrence in any friendship. The rumor became mainstream enough that in 2018, Vogue magazine decided to address it directly with Kendall. This is where things got controversial. Kendall was in a car with interviewer Jonathan Van Meter, and he asked her point blank about her sexuality. The interview framed the conversation in a way that made it seem like she had come out of her shell, phrasing that, intentionally or not, played with the double meaning of the phrase. Kendall's response was clear. I don't think I have a bisexual or gay bone in my body, but I don't know. Who knows? I'm all down for experience, not against it whatsoever, but I've never been there before. She also directly stated, I'm not gay, I have literally nothing to hide, and she explained why the rumors had started. I think it's because I'm not like all my other sisters who are like, here's me and my boyfriend, so it was a thing for a minute because no one ever saw me with a guy. I would always go that extra mile to be low-key with guys, sneaking around all the time. But here's the thing, that interview itself became controversial. Critics pointed out that the interviewer had pressured her to discuss her sexuality in a confined space. Some argued that the phrasing perpetuated stereotypes, and the fact that she felt compelled to publicly declare her sexuality at all raised questions questions about whether this was appropriate. Even after that 2018 statement, the speculation didn't stop. Why? Partly because 8 years of internet speculation had created an entire community built around analyzing Kendall's every move. Reddit threads dissected her friendships. Social media users picked apart the way she moved and dressed. Some LGBTQ+ individuals claimed their gaydar was signaling about her. But there's another factor: Kendall's continued privacy about her dating life. Even as she dated multiple celebrities, Harry Styles, AP Rocky, Blake Griffin, Ben Simmons, Devin Booker, and Bad Bunny, she rarely made these relationships official on her own social media. She didn't post couple photos. She didn't gush about her boyfriends. In fact, according to an executive producer on Keeping Up with the Kardashians, Kendall had a specific rule: she wouldn't allow her relationships to be shown on the show unless she'd been with someone for at least a year. She didn't want to expose her personal life carelessly. This continued privacy, even when she was dating very public figures, NBA players and major musicians, only fed the narrative that she was hiding something. Fast forward to January 9, 2026, Kendall sat down on the In Your Dreams podcast with host Owen Thiel, and she decided to address the rumor once and for all. She acknowledged it directly. Then there's the whole side of the internet that thinks I'm a lesbian, but here's what she emphasized most: it's not the rumor itself that bothers her, it's how people discuss it. She said, "You want to know what really bothers me? How mean people are about it. It's not with like a welcoming arm of like, hey, if you were yes, come join. It's not kind, it's very mean." That's a crucial distinction. Kendall isn't saying the rumor is offensive because being a lesbian is offensive. She's saying the rumor is hurtful because the way people talk about it is cruel. Then she made her definitive statement on the matter: "I understand that coming out is not an easy thing for anybody, if not most people. And I'm not saying that's an easy thing, but knowing, and I can speak for myself here, and knowing myself, I think at this point in my life I'd be out if I was." She's essentially saying, given where she is in her life, given her platform and her values, if she were part of the LGBTQ+ community, she would be open about it. She wouldn't hide it. She also addressed the narrative that she's deliberately concealing her sexuality for business reasons. "I think that there's this whole narrative that I'm hiding this thing. I've seen really messed up things that are like, it's bad for business. And I'm like, what? How? I don't understand it." And her final words on the subject: "All's to say, as of today, I am not. I don't think I will be, but I'm not closing doors to experiences in life." That last part is important. She's not saying she could never change or evolve. She's open to experiences, but as of right now, this is where she is. So what does this entire saga tell us? First, it shows us how the internet can build elaborate theories around incomplete information. Kendall's privacy about her dating life, combined with her personal style and her close friendships, became the foundation for years of speculation. But privacy isn't evidence of anything except a desire for privacy. Second, it reveals something about how we categorize people, especially women. We have a tendency to make assumptions about someone's sexuality based on stereotypes, the way they dress, whether they're traditionally feminine, who they're close to. Kendall's story is a reminder that these assumptions are often wrong and always unfair. Third, it shows the real toll that internet speculation takes on people. Kendall's frustration isn't just about being misidentified, it's about the cruelty of how people discuss it. She emphasized that what bothers her is the meanness, not the premise itself. As of January 2026, Kendall is single and focused on her career. She's one of the most successful models in the world. In 2017, she was named the world's highest paid model with earnings of $22 million, a title she held for 2 consecutive years. She continues to work selectively in modeling and remains part of her family's Hulu show, The Kardashians. She's re-established a cordial relationship with Cara Delevingne after years of distance, and she's made it clear that she's done with this particular conversation. On her terms, in her way, she's given her answer.